Alrighty guys, so today we are going to have a look at how you can make scheduling with clients or contacts even easier by sharing your Microsoft booking links with them directly. So what we're going to look at is how to get to this main booking page, how to share both the main booking page link and your individual services for specific scheduled services that you want to do. And I want you to be really, I want you to feel really comfortable in how this works. We're going to go through it step by step and you'll see how easy it can be. So the first thing we're going to do is get to our bookings page. So you head to office.com, you head to the app launcher up the top here, and it may be here for you, bookings. Otherwise, we go more apps and it will open a new tab with all of the apps. And you should be able to find bookings from this list here. Again, it may be here. Mine is here because I have it open. But if we click all apps, it will put them all alphabetically for you, and then it will open this new tab. Now, it will actually open up for you at your main booking page, and we're going to work today. I'm going to work today in this one. I've got several calendars. You may just have the one. So now that we are here, so this video is working on the assumption that you have already set up everything and you're now wanting to share this so that people can actually book the appointments with you. Now, once we're here, there are a couple of different options. There is a whole booking page that lets people choose the service and then book their time. We'll look at that one first. And then there are the individual services that have their own unique links. So our booking page one, from the main menu here on the left, we're going to scroll down and take the booking page option. This is where you've set up all of the individual features, but at the top here, the configured options. If you are sharing this with people generally, you want to make sure that this top option is available to anyone. And this means that people on the internet can book. So you want them to be able to book directly and not need any additional support from you. This link is a unique link for your total booking calendar. And if I click this one, it will open a new tab, and you'll see that when we click this one, now this is probably not a great example because I do only have one call type here, but if I had two call types, it would show the two different boxes up here, and you would choose which one and then book. Okay, so that's the link. I can copy it and then I can paste it into an email, or I can share it in a social media post or a message, or pop it onto a website as a button, that sort of thing. I can email it, and when I click this one, it's going to open up my Outlook, and you can see here it's popped that in as though I had copied and pasted it myself, but it's popped it all in for me, and then I can send that email off however I want. Or I can embed it, and when I embed it, we get a link or an iframe, and you can copy that. So that script would go onto your website page. And when you do that, it means that it's embedded in the page itself. So it's a direct link and people don't have to click a link and then choose. They can do it all on that one page. This is handy if you're putting it on your website or on a landing page and you don't want people to have to click a button and wait for a new page to load, because we all know everyone has the attention span of a gnat. So this is quite a helpful way. You can see here that it will include scrolling and borders. If you are comfortable with playing with those features, you can. Otherwise, you can deal with it as it is. Or we have the link option as well. So this is to take us to that whole page. But if you have several different services, you've got different options you might have a discovery call and an onboarding call and a project review and a handover and a professional development or an audit or an in-person, like lots of different options. And you only want people to be able to book the one that they need, not see all the options, just that one. Then you head to your individual service. Now, when we get here, you'll see that there's a service booking page. And if I click on this one, and again, this is not going to be a great example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you my own. So this is my regular booking, and you'll see here, this is my booking page. And you can see there's lots of different types. There's actually lots, like I've got lots of different types. So people would book, and you can see that they are all different time frames. And depending on what I pick will then determine the availability. You can see the availability is different for a whole day versus 30 minutes. All right. By comparison, if I then go into my services and I was to choose a free chat and click on this one, when we look at this booking page, this is just for this service. So it's only about the availability for that. So that's the difference between choosing or sharing that particular link versus the whole page. Now you'll notice that we can only copy this link. So when we copy it, it's going to copy it there. And what you can do is you can paste that and you can pop it into an email or in a social media post or in a message that you're doing, or, on an instant message on Facebook or WhatsApp or text messages, whatever works for you. You can also pop that in when you go to a landing page or your website, and you can put it as the link on a button and it will take it directly to that. It'll take them directly to this page. All right. So I can't embed an individual option, but I can pop the link in there. So remember that when you're going to embed it, it's going to be the whole thing. And so you could have a calendar that just has one type of call, and then you can embed that calendar. Okay, so that would be my tip. You can have multiple calendars. You can see when I go back here, I've got multiple calendars. So you could have this one and embed it so that people could choose that. You can also the other thing to make sure is that if you're going to use it as a link, if you're going to pop this, where are we? Oh, I've got too many tabs open now. If I go back in here to this one, the bookings test, and we look at the service calendar, this is a horribly long link. So I would always recommend that you either customize your hyperlink or make it a button if you're doing it on a landing page or in an email through your email marketing system, and make sure that you've got a really clear call to action on that. So something like book now, schedule an appointment, so people know exactly what to expect when that new page loads. Remember that you can customize those links as well when you use them as a hyperlink in your email. So if I copy this, actually I'll do the full booking page one, and we go email, because it'll just open the email for me. So if I copy this and I want to play around with the link, you can see that when you work in most of these, you'll have what it displays and what the address is. So we could have here, click here to book an appointment with me. If we go okay, that's what it's going to look like. And that looks so much nicer in an email or in a text message or in an EDM or an email newsletter, that is, rather than that really long link. Now, a word of warning, I always say to people, I always pop in these emails when I send them, if this link isn't working, please let me know, because sometimes when you shorten a link, it can get a bit freaked out, particularly if you're using a third-party program. So if you're popping it into your email newsletter, or if you're having it on a thank you page or part of an automation, sometimes those links don't work. My workaround is that sometimes I will actually pop the full link as a link on an image or something else in that same email, or I have put it in the fine print at the very bottom, PS, if the link above isn't working, try this one, and make it smaller text so it doesn't look quite so horrific. I have a joke with people and mention that sometimes the tech gremlins get in there, but it heads off that extra email from people going, oh, the link doesn't work. Test everything. So when you create something, wherever you put these links, make sure you test them on a couple of different devices. Test them on some different web browsers, test them on your phone, on your laptop, test them logged in as you, get someone else to test them or send them to your personal email address as opposed to your work one, so that you can try and iron out any of those bugs that may appear before you start sending it out to the real world. So, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you found this really helpful. If you are ready to dive deeper into Microsoft 365, then please check out Thrive Academy. The link is in the video. Doors open in October and April. So if it's not open at the moment, you can certainly join the waitlist. And don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel for more tips on using your Microsoft 365 subscription in more ways every day. Thanks.